Hey folks, this is Rob, and we're getting ready to use the new Nidage borescope. This is a digital borescope that was sent over to the channel, and it does not record audio, but it is a 1.77 millimeter camera, so it will go down the 17 HMR or a air rifle, pellet rifle of 17 caliber. Here you can see I'm coming through from the back side, so I'm trying to get it started in the bore. And we have our camera mounted on it, so we're seeing the rifling, the side view of the rifling. And this is a Wi-Fi camera. Here we're looking at the where the grooves start, and as you can see, most of them look pretty good. There's one in there that looks like it's a little bit boogered up. It's this bore for a new it's got a few little places in it that hopefully will smooth out and are not a big issue, but we'll have to see that how it performs. We'll come up on one here in a minute that looks a little bit rough, and I think it might be that one right there. It looks like maybe a gouge out of that. Looks a little rough right there, like it's got a like a chip or something out of the start there. Not the best, cleanest looking, and it's hard to tell. And I did run a bore snake through this twice with CLP, so this has been cleaned. That one there looks like it's got a little bit of a burr there, a little hangnail. And then you have, the others look fairly decent, but that one is a little troublesome looking. We're going around here, and we're back to that one that looks a little rough. So hopefully that will smooth out and not be an issue and cause accuracy problems. So we're going to start here in a minute. We're going to start, and we've turned our light up to get a little better look there. The light on this is a variable, so you can turn the little wheel on the device and adjust the light volume. And it seems like it kind of flares for a minute before it settles back down, but now we're headed down the bore, kind of checking the rifling, going around as we go. Now this camera is just a single camera that does not have a, you have to rotate it to see. It doesn't have where you can flip it from one side to the other, so it is just a single camera. But the resolution on it can be set in the app, in which you download to your Android device or iOS. It will not work for Windows or Mac, so it is a Android or iOS based operating system only. You could use this on a tablet or an iPad and get a large screen and a good view. This video probably won't do it justice to what I've seen on my phone screen, which is probably a higher resolution than what this video, which should be 1080p. I'm looking at it on a little 1" by 1" screen while I'm voiceover in this, so it's kind of hard to say. But we're continuing on down the bore, just kind of looking as we go, looking for any rough spots or any more burrs or nicks or anything obvious that we could see that would be an issue. And but I did swab this, like I said, twice with CLP, so it has been cleaned, and so it should have all the cutting fluid and stuff they use to cut the burrs. There's a little spot that I don't know if that's a rust or a little bit of a, kind of looks like a little bit of rust maybe. It's kind of a coppery color, and this could have been test fired at the factory. I'm not sure if they test fire these or not. So, but we're continuing on down toward the bore, and when we get down toward the bore is really right here is we're coming up on the crown, and there's a lot of chattering right there at the end of the bore, all the way around. It starts about the same area, and I don't know if that looks like chatter from the cutters, and I don't know if it's where they slow the cutter down to exit the barrel, or the crown itself looks to be fairly well cut. It's tapered back. It looks evenly tapered all the way around, so the crown actually looks pretty good. But those chatter marks there at the last little bit, it's hard to tell what the depth of those are, but they all seem to start about the same area and go all the way around the bore. So if nothing else, it looks like the bullet is going to have a rough exit, and I hope those eventually smooth out and wear down. We'll have to put some rounds through it and see how they affected. If they affected, it might not be an issue at all. So we will see about that in the future. But that's the most concerning. That one little place where the rifling starts, and then this chatter at the end of the barrel, and the riflings is a little bit, of course that's at the bottom of the groove, so I don't know if that affects its accuracy more than, so we're coming out now, and we're going to take the mirror off and just take a straight look down it, which it doesn't, you can't see as much just going straight down. It's it done better. I tried this out a little earlier, and I actually went down the barrel, and here you can see. Now if you're inspecting something like this, you can see we're coming up on there's the ejector sticking out there. That's part of the ejector up top. So you can see things like that, you can see really clearly. And we're coming up on the face of the breech face, and I'm trying to get the camera to start, so I'm fudging around. You can see the metal there, pretty rough milling right there around the bottom of that. I'm poking, trying to get in, so and not having a lot of luck. So there we go, I'm finally in the barrel. But we're traveling down the barrel now, so it's you really don't see that much. It's not as defined. I did run it down the bore of the 62 while I was in the house here setting up the app and stuff, and I ran it from the muzzle end down, and it did seem to be show more like that. So, but anyway, guys, this is the on-screen or the video recording that I recorded on my phone of this camera in action. So I think this little camera sells for about 60 some dollars, and it is actually seems like a pretty nice little unit. I think I actually got some CLP on the lens there. I'm wiping it off. It looks a little blurry, so I think I got some CLP on the front of it when it didn't have the mirror on it, so it looks a little better coming out. Of course, if I'd have slowed down and pulled it out less, and here I'm wiping off the lens. And then we try coming back down. We'll come after I wipe off the lens and clean the lens. There, it looks clear. It doesn't look as hazy. Yeah, I'm checking it there. It's picking up the pattern of that good. So we're actually going to try to go down from the bore end this time. And but it, it doesn't look as hazy because I've gotten the CLP off the lens. But you just don't see the rifling doesn't stand out as good as it does with the side mirror on. So Anyway, but will be that front view would be good for like bolt faces and that sort of thing. So nice little unit. I hope everybody enjoys this video.